In this lecture, we will learn about Permalink Settings. If you skim through the settings list in WordPress.com free site, you won't see this Permalink Settings. So I will show you Permalink Settings from my local installation. You already have an idea what Permalink is, through the Post Edit screen. This URL slug is part of the Permalink, and in Posts it is the part after year, month and date. In free WordPress.com site you won't be able to configure this Permalink except the URL slug part. URL slug here is block-basics. So I will show Permalink settings from my local machine. Before going ahead with Permalink, I want to show you about autosave feature, which is a bit inconsistent. Here in light yellow background, you see a message that there is a more recent version of this content than what we are seeing now. This autosave message is showing for two reasons. First, it is a published post, and second, after publishing the post, I made some changes on that post, but have not published those later changes. So WordPress saved those unsaved changes and showed me as autosave. I call this behavior a bit inconsistent, as you can't control the autosave process. Sometimes it will be able to save, and sometimes it will not be able to do that. Click on View the autosave, and you will be taken inside the dashboard. This screen is the same as you have seen with the saving draft. At the bottom we can see what is in the autosave version. It says the autosave version has extra large font size on the paragraph. Let's go back to the editor to see what is currently there. So this lorem ipsum paragraph is in normal font size, but the autosave has extra large font size in it. Let's get back to the autosave again and restore the autosave version. Please keep in mind, restoring the autosave means updating a published post. Now you see this paragraph has large fonts. From the block settings you can see extra large fonts selected in the drop-down. Let's get back to our discussion about permalinks. You get the permalinks menu inside settings and click on that. Here permalink is set to plain. If you visit a published post, you can see this URL structure with question marks and p. I will visit a post from this installation. First I will go to all posts. Here we see a Hello World post. Let's view this post from front site. This structure was set in the permalink. You can choose a different structure that suits your needs. If you change, you can see the custom structure is filled with that format. With custom structure you can make fully customized permalink with the available tags. I am choosing post name, and it is search engine friendly to have human readable URL structure. After selecting your permalink structure you have to click Save Changes. For me, a notification appeared at the top, saying I should update the htaccess file. At the bottom of this page you can see the reason behind it. My .htaccess file was not writable, so it asks me to manually update that. If you are using a hosting service for this course, chances are your htaccess file is already writable. If not, you have to manually update that. Before I update the htaccess file, let's see what the post behaves now. You see the URL is now changed to Hello World. But the content is not showing and I am getting a not found message. To get rid of this not found message you have to update the htaccess file. Let's do that now. I will copy all the contents which I have to put in htaccess and then go to my code editor. In this top level directory I will add a new file. Name of the file will be .htaccess. Now I paste the code in that file and save. Let's visit the URL again and reload. Now the content is showing. So keep in mind, custom permalink depends on htaccess file update. If it is not updated properly, your permalink may not work. Our last topic about permalink is the category link. By default, category link comes with category/category name structure. But you can change that if you wish so. This is the category URL structure. Let's say I want to change the category part of the URL to cat. For that I have to change in category base. Category base will be followed by a slash in category name. Save changes and it asks for htaccess update, but I have already updated htaccess. Also, there is nothing new in the htaccess content, so I will keep it as it is. If I reload the old category URL here, we see a page not found message. The old category URL became invalid, and I replaced the category with cat. Now we can see the category page with the posts under that category. Also, the category URL under the post updated automatically to new valid URL. That was all about Permalink. Let's move to our next lecture.